All right, what is up, everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and good morning. Welcome to yet another episode of Damian, Gerry Realty Group. Today, we're actually going to go over real estate investments here in Southern California. So sit back, relax. Let's go ahead and get to the learning process, and let's go ahead and get to work. So if you are a realtor, if you are an agent, if you are an investor, wherever you are, okay, listen up, okay? So today I'm going to go over the 5 pros and cons of investing in real estate here in Southern California. So also, if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that like button. And also, because I love hearing from everyone, go ahead and leave me a comment as well. Maybe tell me how I'm doing. I love the feedback, whether it's good, whether it's bad, doesn't really matter. So pro number 1, okay, let's go ahead and get right into it. Pro number 1 is going to be high ROI potential, okay? So for those of you who do not know what ROI is going to be return on investment, okay? So there's a reason why investors really love staying here in Southern California or just California in general. It's because, well, the appreciation side of things, okay? I've mentioned this in other videos, but the appreciation side is very big. So it already costs a healthy amount or a healthy number to get into real estate here in Southern California as it is. I mean, hell, for example, your regular home is going to cost you between $500,000 to $600,000. Literally, that's just your regular 2,000 square foot home. Nothing special. And if you're down in San Diego, it's $875 starting. If you're over in Irvine, it's going to be $960 starting. Crazy, right? So, and if you're going to be over in Santa Monica or Santa Clarita, Malibu area, all that, you're starting as between 1 and 2 million. Insanity, right? So just kind of how it goes. Even over in Hemet, you can get your small 1,000, let's say, square foot house. It's going for like high 3s, mid 4s. Insanity, right? So I know so many other places that you can get so much more for your money, but that's going to be over in different states. So such as Texas and maybe Arizona too. So anyways, but historically, Southern California does have a higher ROI on the investments for real estate. Pro number 2 is going to be tourism industry. Okay. It is, as everyone knows, maybe you may not know about it actually, but, back in the day, whenever I did timeshare stuff, it was one of these things that, here in California, we live where people vacation. Okay. That's just bottom line what it is. That's why it's so amazing to be here, because everything that people want to do is here. They have to come here. They have to fly here, but we live here. So it's great for us. But basically, if you're looking for rentals like Airbnbs and all that stuff, it's going to be great because the tourism side of things, they're going to rent that stuff out, especially if you have a big ass house over in, let's say over in, I don't know, Orange County or wherever, anywhere along the coastline, people are going to rent that stuff out. Even in Temecula Valley, if you have an Airbnb. Now, I am aware that some of the there's some places in Temecula that you cannot. I don't know if it's been outruled totally for Airbnbs. I'm not really in that market, but let's just say that it is outlawed. So then you can't do anything there. But I do know that some places, some cities here have allowed the Airbnbs to happen. So if you can get in there, then do it, because there's a lot of money revenue for that side of things, for the tourism side. Pro number 3 is going to be diverse investment options. So this is going to mean your residential. It's going to mean your commercial, your multifamily stuff. Literally, here in California now, there's a whole bunch of properties that are putting in ADUs, additional dwelling units. So because, like I said, it does cost a lot to live here, like I've said in my last videos. So the fact of it stands is that if you live here, you're going, like a lot of people are turning a garage, a detached garage, for example, into an additional dwelling unit, aka ADU. So they are renting that space out to where it does offset their mortgage. So it is a smart thing, but it's definitely another one of those diverse investment options as well, to get a property to where you can have someone come in and rent, and rent 2 spots maybe. So pro number 4 is going to be tax benefits. Now, I am not a CPA, okay? I am not. So what you'll need to do is get with your CPA, because there are a lot of tax incentives and deductions for real estate investors specifically. So get with those guys. Number 5, pro number 5, that is going to be steady demand, okay? Now, whatever industry you're in, you want to make sure, whether it's drop shipping, doesn't matter. You always want to make sure that the demand is constant and consistent. So that's the fact here, is that here in California, the demand is consistent. It is steady. It's great. And that's a huge thing. So whenever you're looking for, let's say, if you're looking for whether it's a commercial or residential, doesn't matter. You're probably going to be renting that stuff out. Well, you want to make sure that the demand's there. Well, that's the thing. The demand is there, so it's even better for you. Now, going on to 5 cons, okay? So con number 1 is going to be the initial capital to start this whole thing. So because the properties are high prices, it's not a may, but it will require a substantial upfront investment. So whether you've got a pool of investors or if it's just keep that in mind for your spreads. Con number 2 is going to be property management. So I've heard about this stuff, the freak shows and property management stuff is this. Not all property management companies are alike, okay? So if you are in need of a property management company, again, go ahead and hit me up. My contact info is down below in the description. What I can do is I can get you to to property management companies that I've personally dealt with that I know are great. I know they're not hogwash. So that's the whole thing about it. I've heard so many freak shows about property management companies not doing what they say they're going to do and blah, 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 which makes you, the client, feel very uneasy about paying the property management company anything, which is why most investors do just say, screw it, I'm just going to go ahead and do the management on my own so I can save that money, because if the company isn't going to do anything, then why should I, right? So it's justified, but if you are wanting to have a property management company, go ahead and hit me up. It's specifically here in Southern California, so just make sure you keep that in mind. So con number 3 is going to be regulatory changes, okay? So as an investor, you may not be licensed, okay? So it's imperative that you team up with a realtor or an agent in the specific areas that you want to be in. You're going to have to make a lot of phone calls to these guys, just like myself, and you're going to have to introduce yourself to a lot of people so you can get your name out there, because, well, if you don't know, then they should know, so you can understand what type of evolving regulations are going down in the Southern California real estate investment sector. Especially, this will keep you up on your P's and Q's with understanding your margins, your spreads, all this stuff. You want to make sure about that, okay? So con number 4 that is going to be market volatility, okay? So the fluctuations economically, they can definitely impact your rental income and the property values. So let's say, for example, politics. That can be a huge thing. That's what's going on right now. Let's say your natural disasters, that could be a very big thing. Let's say your neighborhoods go to shit. That could be another big thing. That's actually a very big deal as to why people sell in some different neighborhoods in general. So if you like the video, go ahead and share it to an investor, maybe someone that's exploring getting into real estate here in Southern California. If you like the video, go ahead and click that like button. And also, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. I truly hope that all of you have really enjoyed this video today. Hopefully it's been able to be of a great insight for all of y'all, and really just learning stuff. That's the thing with my videos, y'all. I want to make sure that y'all are taking a thing or two away from these videos. So if there is something that y'all y'all want to know, go ahead and leave me some feedback in the comment section. And because it'll help me out by getting better with what y'all are wanting to see, rather than just me just putting stuff out there. Because I mean, I love putting stuff out there, but hey, if there's something that specifically that y'all are wanting to know, then great, I'll go ahead and see about making a video over it. So without further ado, peace.